Today I'm going to talk about whether we are living authentic life or we are living the life our community, our society wants us to live. What is the difference between authentic living and living imposed or taken by us from what the community wants us to live or our society wants us to live? Well, authentic living for me is the one which I live as per my own examined value system. If my value system tells me that I should be working in behavioral science or work in counseling or coaching or personality development, but I have been told by my parents, by my social system that no, I should be working as an engineer or as a doctor, and therefore I become a doctor and then I work as a doctor. But my heart is not there. I'm working because I'm supposed to work like that. So that is not an authentic living. Authentic living is I wanted to be a painter and I'm pursuing what I love to do and I'm doing it, and that becomes authentic living. So living as per what my heart is in sync with is authentic living. Is it possible? Is another question which comes to the mind. Well, I can tell you it is possible. So let us assume that it is possible and then go about how is it that we can live it and how is it that we are not living it. Both these questions we are going to examine now. As a child, we are brought up in a family and we acquire the value system of the family. For example, if family values spending money, then I become spendthrift. If my family values being stingy, I become stingy. If my family values relating with other people, I start relating more with other people. If my family doesn't believe in relationships, then I become like that. But most important of all, if my family says that these are the good professions I should build my career into, then I also start building my career whether I want it or not, whether I love it or not. But if becoming a doctor was important for my parents and I was good in studies, then I choose to become a doctor. Whether I want it, love it, it's immaterial. And it happens so because all our rewards and punishments are controlled by our family and our social system, our school, where all these things are valued. Pursuing the desires of the heart is not valued. Pursuing those careers which give you good money and recognition and give you respect in the society is valued. And therefore I have to do it. Whether I want it or I don't want it, because I want the respect of community, I want to make money which is valued in the society, and becoming a doctor helps me do that. Therefore I'll do it, and I have good intelligence, therefore I pursue it. And I become a doctor and I live my life being a doctor, working, all the time, seeing patients, healing them or whatever. But my heart is not really happy with it. I wanted to be a painter, I want to paint, I love aesthetics, I want to spend time in creative activities, but I don't do it. So I am not living an authentic life when I grow up as a doctor. Now the question is, what has happened has happened. It is past. But today, am I aware that I have adopted this value system unconsciously while growing up as a small child, as an adolescent, as an adult? I have introjected this value system given to me by my family, my community and my society. Whether it is in sync with my heart, whether it is in sync with my examined value system which I want to live. Now I am grown up, now I can think for myself. Can I examine what is it that I really want to do in life? What is it that makes me happy? What is the kind of activities I want to get into? And if I can examine and find that, okay, I find more satisfaction in writing, in being creative, in writing stories, then can I sacrifice the rewards which I get because of a doctor and change my profession and do what I really love to do? Do I have the courage to follow my heart? I have seen many such people who had the courage to follow their heart. Initially, when they changed their profession, it was a tough calling. It was difficult. But within a very short span of time, they were able to make their living, they were able to contribute more, and they were able to live more satisfactorily, and they enjoyed their life much more. So the real question is, the price I am paying for not being authentic and following what my society and community wants me to do, even without being aware of it, the only effect I see it is in dissatisfaction in my life. But do I have the courage to give up that and follow what my heart really desires? Do I have that courage? Can I trust life to nurture me in what I really want to do? Those are the crucial decisions which I have to take in order to live an authentic living. So what I say is that nature will reward you with authentic living if you have the courage to follow your heart. And instead of living on the introjected value system given to me by my society, I am able to live my authentic value system, and I have the courage and I am willing to pay the price for it. If I am able to do that, then life will reward me with joy and satisfaction, and I will be able to contribute much more to life. All this requires courage, all this requires understanding, all this requires knowing my own self. So my invitation to all of you is, examine what you really want to do in life, examine what is your value system, and live authentically true to your value system, and I tell you, the life is going to reward you many-fold. And for that you will have to have courage, for that you will have to give a lot more time to your own self and understanding. And if you don't do that, then your life will be routine, then your life will not have joy, then your life may not have satisfaction, because on borrowed value system which is not in sync with your heart, you can never find joy and satisfaction in your life, and it will become a dull life. So the choice is yours. If you are unconsciously living that life and living with misery and suffering and dull and boring life, then you are responsible for that. And this choice is with you. Make this choice for authentic living. And the invitation is, trust life and life will reward you. Thank you.